Amazon Go store is? Okay. So essentially, as you walk in, you identify yourself to the store, you pick up something, you walk out the door, it gets billed to your Amazon account automatically. They use artificial intelligence and machine learning to understand what the products are on the shelves. They use sensors to figure out when things should be sold to. Very, very cool AI. How many have been in a Tesla self-driving? Pretty cool technology. I have one because I drive long distances. I put it in autopilot, I do my texting, I do my emailing, I don't pay attention at all. I'm lucky to be alive, but it actually works very, very well. I'm waiting for it to be fully autonomous. In any event, Seattle also has something more interesting AI-wise. The recorder's office uses our technology, so every single transaction that gets processed in Seattle, Washington, goes into Intellidact. We classify, we separate, we auto-index, and we redact. So if you own property in Seattle, Washington, Kings County, your property transaction was processed with our technology. Intellidact is a platform that, as I mentioned, it provides document separation, classification, and extraction. It uses fifth-generation artificial intelligence technology. Our architects have been doing this for the past 25 years. They hold most of the elementary patents in unstructured data recognition. They started a company called Seer. They went on, they formed a company called Brainware. They formed a company called LCI. They were bought out by Kofax. Kofax's CEO decided he was going to put the product in maintenance mode. We ended up with 3 of the 5 development teams, and so that's why we have fifth-generation AI technology. Customers that use our technology, there's this little company called UiPath, which is the largest RPA vendor in the United States today. Nagarro is an international system integrator company, and some of the other names and that stuff. Whoops. A couple of interesting clients. City of New York, the Big Apple. When we won that deal, I'm a graduate of Stuyvesant High School, a STEM high school, back in the early days. I thank them very much for paying for my education, public education. It allowed us to create this product that they're now buying from us. They thought that was kind of cute. Carfax is using our technology. They process all their accident reports. It's mainly zonal based. Bank of New York Mellon is a mortgage house that uses our technology. Simplifile does e-recording transactions. So if you're filing a property document throughout the United States, most likely Simplifile is going to be the company that ingests it, and they use our technology to identify grantor, grantee, loan amount, all the other stuff. Those little guys at the bottom, clerk of the courts for Palm Beach County, won a CIO DES 50 award in 2019. That is one of the 50 most transformative projects in the United States using AI technology to process court documents as they're coming in, and to using robotic process automation to replace people doing data entry. They process roughly 25 million pages per year of court filings. Prior to our technology, they were 3 days behind in filing. They implemented our technology. They get a 75% lights out, which means 75% of documents never get seen by humans. They got rid of 150 people doing data entry. They're saving $6 million a year, adding redaction, but using technology for doing data extraction, robotic process automation. What our technology is, it's not usable by a data scientist or a coder. It's business analyst. You train the system in terms of how you classify and you separate documents. We classify by layout, what the document looks like, or by content. We also have user trainable data extraction and redaction. We don't care what the upfront workflow does. We locate data. And we allow you to point and click to data that you tell the system you want to redact. Our technology also comes with knowledge based upon the industry. So if you're in mortgage banking, we have a mortgage banking knowledge base. If you're in healthcare, we have a healthcare database. If you're courts, clerks, financial services, we have databases to go along. Not specifically databases like SQL Server, things like that, but knowledge bases. That's my dad saying hi in the background, right? No, I'm saying 5 minutes for tough, I got you. And then, as I explained earlier in a session on education, we do both supervised and online learning. Online learning allows the system to self-tailor itself so that when errors occur and documents get sent to manual validation, that manual validation gets used to build knowledge on your system. It's self-improving. We do something called online benchmarking, which differs than anybody else in the industry, where we actually run 2 versions of knowledge in production. We'll run the base version of knowledge as well as your learned version of knowledge. Whichever produced the better results gets returned to the user. You can set the system to self-promote that knowledge so that your system will get better the more documents your users have to see. And then we back it all up by we did the early days, where we actually had APIs, but it required the back-end vendors to make changes. It took too long. So I added RPA. RPA essentially allows you to take any interface. When new documents come into your system, AI gets applied. We also include OCR, ICR, or OCR Instant Agnostic, and we classify, separate, extract. Then we have robots that do data entry into anybody's system. And I'm going to show you what that looks like in the video of that. So that was just Command Shift. Okay, this is going to be a video of arrest reports, a criminal arrest where somebody gets arrested, a report gets filed at the jail. We're going to open up those documents one at a time, if it didn't pause. I'm completely frozen, and the screen is black. Oh, there we go. Okay, Duff, help me. Thanks. This is just a clever way to get more time. If it doesn't work, I can talk through it. Does it work? Yeah, there it goes. Okay, so on the left of your screen, we're going to open up 3 documents to show that they're unstructured data. There's roughly 65 to 70 data elements that the software has to extract successfully off of these documents. We're going to drag those documents or copy them to the right to simulate they arrive at a particular location at your organization for ingestion. In the bottom right-hand side, something you won't see in production, there's a little piece of software robot down there. That robot happens to be from a company called EnableSoft. We don't really care who the robots come from. When I drag the documents, we're going to OCR, ICR them, classify them to make sure they are arrest reports. We're going to extract data off of them, and then the robots are going to go into action. And in the process, we're checking machine level confidences to make sure that the right data field's been selected. We're checking OCR level confidence to make sure the fields are correct. The robot does data entry. So you teach a robot. You can think of a robot as software testing software, quality assurance software, but on steroids. That's a whole other industry called RPA, Robotic Process Automation. It's followed by Gartner. It's the fastest growing software segment since Microsoft introduced Windows. Customers are using it to replace employees, assign people doing repetitive tasks to things that actually matter. Customer service. Instead of being in front doing data entry, why not have a robot do it? Robots work 24/7 by 365. They don't have boyfriends, girlfriends. They don't want time off. They don't have personal problems. They're just there running. A robot retails on average for $8,000. If a robot can replace between 5 and 6 full-time data entry people. So that's $250,000 a year in salary costs versus $8,000 for a piece of software robot. It's pretty simple. A lot of our customers are using robots, as a lot of Fortune 1000 companies are too. And that's it for my presentation. That's AI, Robotic Process Automation. Our company is one of the leaders in transferring unstructured data into unstructured documents and data. So if you'd like more information on us, there's our website. We have information in the back. Thank you very much for your time.